Dom DeLouise.
Yes.
Chris actually has a really interesting story about Dom DeLouise.
Yes.
Chris?
So I worked numerous years at an art festival in Laguna Beach selling programs, and I would go up and down this stadium, 2,600-seater stadium. One of the guests in attendance, who I recognized, happened to be Dom DeLouise. And I was like, oh my God, this is awesome, because it's not uncommon to see some celebrities once in a while. Even better, he flags me down to buy a program, and I'm just like on cloud nine. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to meet the guy. This is it. I loved him in Men in Tights, so I go up to him. He asked how much, and back then we wore these little bowler hats when we sold programs because it was part of the theme of the show. Yeah, he goes, so how much for your hat? I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, it's not for sale. I go, oh, well, no, really, I want your hat. I'm like, I really can't. He goes, oh, it's okay, you kid. Well, here's the program. I told him I'm a big fan of his work, especially Robin Hood Men in Tights, and he goes ahead and he does the impersonation for me of when he did the Godfather line. And I'm just like, this is like, no one's ever gonna believe me when I tell him this happened, because this is the most amazing night ever. So I told him how much I loved him and how much I loved his cooking show. And that is where things took a turn.
If you don't know, Chris thought that Dom DeLouise was also Chef Paul.
I have mistaken him for another large, portly, overweight, obese man
Who also wears a hat all the time.
wears a hat all the time, named Chef Paul. I thought these were both the same person.
You thought Dom DeLouise was just doing a character. Like he just rode around on a fucking scooter and did a fake cooking show.
Yes, that would be accurate.
Like he's the guy on the seasoning bottle.
Yeah. So after this, his face changed from, after I said the Chef Paul thing, he goes, oh yeah. And he didn't really want the hat anymore, I noticed. And so I go, thanks, and kind of winks me, yeah, thanks, kid. And so I make my rounds, and someone wants to buy a program next to 2 aisles down from him, 2 rows down. So I go to hear the conversation he's having again, and all I can see through his mouth is, like, he's mouthing the words like, this fucking kid, fucking asshole, fucking guy. It was just like F-bomb after F-bomb, and like kind of waving his hand, flailing his arms kind of in my direction, and just kind of like, side-eyeing me and like yelling, mouthing the words fuck, and he was visibly angry. And after that, I was like, why is Chef Paul so mad at me? I just couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.